Section 5 of Poetry, a Magazine of Verse, Volume 18, edited by Harriet Monroe. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Repetitions by Hazel Hall. I plunge at the rearing hours. Life is a steed of pride, who so high above me towers, I cannot mount and ride. To Sewing. The wind is sewing with needles of rain, with shining needles of rain, it stitches into the thin cloth of earth, in. Oh, the wind has often sewed with me, 1, 2, 3. Spring must have fine things to wear like other springs. Of silken green the grass must be embroidered, 1 and 2 and 3. Then every crocus must be made so subtly as to seem afraid of lifting color from the ground. And after crocuses the round heads of tulips, and all the fair intricate garb that spring will wear, the wind must sew with needles of rain, with shining needles of rain, stitching into the thin cloth of earth, in, for all the springs of futurity, 1, 2, 3. Instruction. My hands that guide a needle in their turn are led, relentlessly and deftly, as a needle leads a thread. Other hands are teaching my needle. When I sew, I feel the cool thin fingers of hands I do not know. They urge my needle onward, they smooth my seams until the worry of my stitches smothers in their skill. All the tired women who sewed their lives away speak in my deft fingers as I sew today. 3 songs for sewing. 1. A fibre of rain on a window pane talked to a stitching thread. In the heaviest weather I hold together the weight of a cloud. To the fibre of rain on a window pane the talkative stitches said, I hold together with the weight of a feather the heaviest shroud. 2. My needle says don't be young, holding visions in your eyes, tasting laughter on your tongue, be very old and very wise, and sew a good seam up and down, in white cloth, red cloth, blue and brown. My needle says, what is youth but eyes drunken with the sun, seeing farther than the truth, lips that call, hands that shun the many seams they have to do in white cloth, red cloth, brown and blue. 3. One by one, stitches of the hours run through the fine seams of the day, till like a garment it is done and laid away. One by one the days go by, and suns climb up and down the sky. One by one their seams are run, as time's untiring fingers ply, and life is done. Cowardice. Discomfort sweeps my quiet, as a wind leaps at trees and leaves them cold and thinned. Not that I fear again the mastery of winds, for holding my indifference dear, I do not feel illusions stripped from me. And yet this is a fear of old discarded fears, of days that cried out at irrevocable ways. I cower for my own old cowardice, for hours that beat upon the wind's broad breast with hands as impotent as leaves are. This robs my new hour of rest. I thought my pride had covered long ago all the old scars, like broken twigs in snow. I thought to luxuriate in rich decay, as some far-seeing tree upon a hill, but startled into shame for an old day, I find that I am but a coward still. Flash. I am less of myself and more of the sun. The beat of life is wearing me to an incomplete oblivion, yet not to the certain dignity of death. They cannot even die who have not lived. The hungry jaws of space snap at my unlearned eye, and time tears in my flesh like claws. If I am not life's, if I am not death's, out of chaos I must re-reap the burden of untasted breaths. Who has not waked may not yet sleep. End of section 5. Recording by Cynthia Moyer.